Back at the White House after his trip to Asia, President Donald Trump claims he convinced China to abandon the so-called freeze-for-freeze approach to the DPRK nuclear issue, a plan for the DPRK to halt its nuclear and missile tests while the U.S. stops regional military drills the DPRK considers provocative.
President Xi recognizes that a nuclear North Korea is a grave threat to China, and we agree that we would not accept a so-called freeze-for-freeze agreement like those that have consistently failed in the past.
Just one problem. China is not on board with that. Beijing continues to back the freeze-for-freeze approach.
Only by addressing the legitimate concerns of all parties in a balanced way through dialogue can we fundamentally find a way out of the peninsula issue. That's why China raised the dual-track approach and freeze-for-freeze initiative, which we believe is the most viable and reasonable plan against the current backdrop.
The freeze-for-freeze approach is designed to create an environment for the U.S. and the DPRK to begin constructive negotiations on the nuclear issue. Meantime, Trump is praising China for sending Song Tao, a senior diplomat, to the DPRK, tweeting, "China is sending an envoy and delegation to North Korea. A big move. We'll see what happens." The news has also been greeted enthusiastically in Pyongyang.
Song Tao will soon visit our country.
But Beijing notes that Tao is not going to the DPRK to broker a nuclear deal.
His main objective for going to the DPRK is to report on the 19th Party Congress.
Earlier this week, the diplomat carried out similar duties in Vietnam and Laos. The U.S. State Department is reacting to Tao's visit by encouraging all countries to, quote, apply maximum pressure on the DPRK and to cut economic and diplomatic ties with Pyongyang. Jim Spellman, CGTN, Washington.